Hi guys, my name is Kaitlyn McClincy and I am the Artistic Associate at the Omaha Community Playhouse, where I help to oversee the alternative programming series as well as support the Directing Fellowship program. I'm super excited about this season for alternative programming. We are utilizing an entirely Omaha-based playwrights for it, and I am so excited to bring to you what they have to offer. Tonight's program is going to be About Time, a love story between three people and sometimes a goose, written by local Omaha playwright Marie Amthor Schuett and directed by our directing fellow Brendan Brown. I'm super excited to bring it to you. If you are interested in this program as well as any other program, you can visit omahaplayhouse.com for more information to donate. Thank you so much and enjoy tonight's production.
About Time, a love story between three people and sometimes a goose. A play by Marie Amthor Schuett. Characters: Juniper, played by Mackenzie Zielke. Ego, played by Jessica Johnson. Who, played by Becky Noble. Time. This play happens throughout the centuries. Place: Purgatory, a beach next to a lake, a conference room, a kitchen, and a therapist's office. Set: a three-sided glass box. All of life, death, and everything in between happens in this box. Projections and minimal decor can give us a sense of time and space. Scene 1. The starting place. Juniper appears in a pool of light. She has absolutely no idea where she is, neither do we for that matter.
What is this? I have a feeling that something is supposed to be happening. Something colossal on this incredible scale. Something big. Something epic.
The light brightens, dazzling, then dims back to normalcy.
The world was just born. The stars, the planets, the sun, innumerable universes, all of them. Right then. They didn't exist and now they do. That's crazy. It's like I'm dreaming, but I'm wide awake.
A pool of light to Juniper's right appears. There stands Who. She looks around into the nothingness that is less nothing than it was a few seconds ago.
What just happened?
The world was born.
Sounds like fun.
I think it kind of was.
What exactly does that mean?
Atoms, amoebas, planets, dinosaurs, water everywhere.
That is amazing.
It really is.
Who are you exactly?
Juniper. I'm not really sure what that means yet, but I'm hoping that it means something.
I'm who?
That wasn't a question, was it?
No, I'm actually who?
And you're here with me.
I'm here with you.
Good. The loneliness was a little overwhelming.
How long were you here for alone?
A minute. Or a century. It's kind of hard to tell. Are there rules to this?
Don't look at me, I just got here.
That's not very comforting.
And I'm supposed to comfort you, am I?
I think so. I mean, that's the vibe I'm getting here.
I just appeared, the same as you. But if you want me to comfort you, I can.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Do you feel comforted?
I don't know.
Well, let's say you are and move on.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
What do I look like?
What do I look like, she asks me.
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, you look like Juniper, and I look like who?
I'm going to get the real answer at some point.
I'm sure you will.
What's happening now?
Time.
Oh, right.
The
evolution of the universe.
With very little flair or drama, a third light appears. There stands Ego. He admires the nothingness becoming along with them.
So this is it?
It doesn't have to be.
Ego.
How'd you know that?
I just knew.
We're supposed to do something, aren't we?
Oh, we are indeed.
I think it's time to join the fray.
Why would we do that? I mean, just look at all this nothingness. Oh, it's not really nothingness anymore, is it?
Nope.
So what happens when we join the fray?
Something great, or terrifying, or terrifyingly great.
Can we go back?
What do you mean?
Once we start, can we go back?
I don't think that's how the whole thing works. Time, space, matter, being. There's motion to it, but the motion is forward.
That's the only option.
Probably not, but I think shit gets trippy as hell when you try to go backward.
Yeah, it gets weird.
Really weird.
We have to go forward.
That's the idea.
So what are we waiting for?
It has to be you.
You.
Why?
Who knows?
Who knows?
It's one of the bright, shiny mysteries of the universe.
It comes down to you. You have to start.
But you'll be with me all the way,
All the way.
All the way.
no matter what.
No matter,
matter what.
Is this what love is?
I don't know.
Sorry. What's the point of this? This going forward thing?
I think that's what we're supposed to find out, honey.
Then we should begin.
This triggers something monumental. Blackout. Scene 2. Everyone has a goose story. A beach next to a lake. Juniper sits up on the beach watching the water, letting the sun kiss her shoulders. Ego sprints into view, then checks behind him. He's alone. He sees Juniper, slows down.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
No. Kinda. Maybe.
Oh my God, were you mugged?
What?
Did someone just mug you?
No. No.
Assaulted?
No.
Did someone just by the lake?
No. I'm not. I wasn't assaulted.
Because there are a lot of trees around here.
Yeah.
It's a good place to get assaulted. Well, not good, not good.
Convenient for rapists. Yeah, I get it. Do you mind if I...
Ego sits down next to her.
Glad you're okay.
Oh, thanks.
I hate to think something terrible happened and the first thing you saw was me.
What's wrong with seeing you first?
I don't know. I don't know what I look like to people, How can you? And if this traumatic thing had just happened to me and the first person I saw afterward, the first human connection I had, I don't know. I think that means something to me, that I remember it, that I want that person to be nice.
That makes sense.
Did you feel that way when you first saw me, that I was nice?
Yeah. I was relieved.
So what happened? Why were you running like that?
Well, it's stupid.
Can't be that stupid. You were running for your life.
Yeah, that makes it worse.
Were you raped?
Why do you think that's what happened?
I don't know. Most people see lakes and think it's some kind of oasis. I see some kind of assault depot. What does that say about me?
I'm not sure.
So what happened? Did he tie you up or something? Did you have to throw away your underwear?
I wasn't raped. I was running away from a goose.
A goose.
Well, one of the gray ones.
Does that make a difference? What color they are?
The white ones are more like swans. They're less scary.
Okay.
They hiss, you know? It's unsettling. It's totally unnatural for a bird. Like, limit that shit to snakes. And they drool. Did you know that? They drool their spit. It's disgusting.
Is that what happened? It rolled on you?
Don't laugh.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
It hissed and chased me.
Were you bothering it?
I was just walking on the path. And yeah, I noticed goose crap everywhere. And I heard them. And there were some of the white ones, the ones with those orange things on their noses. And I think there were some ducks, maybe. And then I heard it, that hissing. And I thought, maybe another goose is pissed off at it. Maybe it's a family thing, or he stole that one's girlfriend, or maybe they're territorial.
Are geese
And I
territorial?
said, I don't want any trouble, guys.
Bet you they are.
I thought they understood that I didn't mean them any harm. I just wanted to take a walk. And then suddenly the hissing got louder, and I turned my head, and there it was, sprinting up the beach, straight at me. And for a real second there, I thought, this is how I'm going to die. This is what they will put on my headstone. Mauled by a goose. How stupid is that?
It's not stupid. Geese are gross.
I hate them.
So do I.
I think everybody probably does.
Except when they're flying. They're really beautiful when they fly.
Well, it doesn't make up for how shitty they are on land. And the worst part was I thought that I can't even protect myself. Because if I do, I'll get arrested. You know what I mean? I think people get more upset about someone killing a goose than an actual person.
I don't know about that.
You remember that guy who beat the swans to death with the baseball bat?
Oh, yeah.
He went to jail for like 10 years. People run over other people with cars and they don't even get that.
Animals are better than people. They're pure.
Geese.
Not geese.
Did I look stupid
When
you saw me?
Well, I don't know. You're right. It's hard to say what someone looks like. But I wanted to help you, protect you from whatever was wrong,
You did?
if I could.
I wanted to protect you too when I saw you.
No, you didn't.
I did. Actually, my thought jumped from protecting myself to protecting you. The minute I saw you on the beach, I probably would have strangled it if it had gone after you.
Probably.
More than likely. Probably, definitely.
I thought you were relieved.
I was relieved too. Because you were here. You felt safe somehow. And even though I wanted to protect you, you felt safe to me. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Look, I'm not trying to I know you're worried about being attacked by the lake or whatever. I swear I'm not that kind of person. And
No, I know that.
I want to be honest with you for some reason.
I want to be honest with you too. Something's happening here.
Yeah. Ask me.
What?
Ask me what you look like.
Why? I don't even know you.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it. I kind of want to go with this. Is that okay? Look, don't be scared. It's just I know what you look like.
How can you? I don't even know what I look like, and I see myself every day.
Ask me. Ask me.
What do I look like?
What do I look like? She asks me. Like starlight made human.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I see you.
You see me. If the second movement in Beethoven's Seventh Symphony in A major was a person, it'd be you.
Like every Botticelli painting.
Like the sun on the water.
Like the moon on the mountains.
Like God.
Like a cut on my lip that my tongue won't leave alone. I taste blood, but I like it. So I keep opening it up even though I should let it heal. Because I like the taste.
You look like every woman I've ever loved.
Like every man I've ever wanted to touch.
Like a poem I heard once.
For the love of you, the air, it hurts.
And my heart and my hat, they hurt me.
That one.
And all the others.
Every single one. Oh my God. I don't sound the same.
Neither do I.
I sound like you. Like it's your voice coming out of my mouth.
Like it's your fingers on my hand.
Your irises in my eyes. There's no before or after right now, is there?
No. We stepped outside of it.
It's like I'm dreaming, but I'm wide awake. It's like I want to be near you, around you, in you, all at once. And even though I'm not, I am.
You're touching me right now.
I'm touching you right now.
They aren't touching. Not physically, anyway.
I want more of you.
I want to give you more.
I want to take it.
I want to give you everything. All of me.
What is this?
I don't know, but it feels amazing.
I feel like I can't.
I know. It's like there's no air.
An invisible cord pulls them together. They kiss, tasting each other, discovering each other's bodies with their hands, new and familiar at the same time. Under clothes, over clothes, everywhere, nowhere, touching, feeling, colliding, retreating. It's intense. The moment calms down. They stop kissing. Ego rests his head on top of Juniper's, smelling her hair.
Is this what love is?
I don't know.
Say it. Then I'll know for sure.
I love you.
Say it again.
I love you.
Tell me.
I love you.
I love you too.
You can't.
What do you mean? Why not?
It's too fast, or too slow, or too new, or too old. This feeling. It's too something. I mean, I just.
What's happening? Something's happening.
I don't know.
Time suddenly catches up with them. They are back.
No.
I mean, I was just. It was traumatizing, that Goose chasing me and everything.
And I was nice.
You were really nice. I mean, that's all it is, right?
I was being nice.
And I was responding to that.
You were responding to kindness.
Well, and you have green eyes. I like green eyes. They're easy to lose yourself in. And you have a nose. It's a type of nose that I like. I like your nostrils. That's all it is, right?
You like my nostrils.
That has to be it.
What was I even saying before I kissed you?
I don't know. I think I kissed you, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I can't remember. Honestly.
I should go. There's someone waiting for me.
How could there not be?
No, I mean, I was only supposed to take this walk over my lunch break.
Oh,
I should get back.
great.
Are you okay?
Kinda. Maybe.
Definitely, probably.
Something like that.
I can't remember what you said to me, but I can remember the feeling. That has to be good enough, right?
Is it?
Hopefully. I'll see you around.
Yeah, I hope so.
Juniper exits. Ego sits on the bank and looks at the water. We hear geese taking off from the water, honking, soaring into the sky.
I hope so.
He looks out over the water. Suddenly, Who races into the stage towards him, hissing maniacally. Scrambles to his feet as she chases him off. Scene 3. What the hell was that? Purgatory again. Full of light on Who.
So, I was a goose. Honk. I'm not sure who I pissed off, but I must have pissed off somebody, because who wants to show up as a goose? Don't get me wrong. It's nice to just do whatever you want to, and if anybody says anything to you, you just kind of hiss at them. That was kind of it. Honking and hissing and flying. I flew, you know. Wasn't half bad, the flying. Riding the wind, skimming the air, the sun on my feathers. I choked on a twisty tie that went to a bag of bread some schmuck brought down to the lake to feed the ducks. I hated ducks. You think geese are bad? Go spend time with a duck. But that's what ended me. A twisty tie. I was gasping for breath. My mate looking at me, wondering what stupid thing I had done now, you know? And then darkness. And then this. Fucking twisty tie.
Ego and Juniper appear.
Why didn't you come back?
Why didn't you follow me?
I never saw you again. What happened?
I went back to work.
And then?
Time. Other lovers. Other fingers wrapped in my hair and hands on my waist. Other shoulders in my mouth. Other lips on mine. Never tasted like yours, though. You?
I left the park. I went to the store to pick up some bread, and then I went home to my girlfriend.
Of course you did.
3 years later, I killed myself.
Why?
Because I knew I was never going to feel the way I felt in the park ever again. It was unbearable.
You two are as depressing as hell.
Wait a minute.
Okay, Ego. Look.
It was you!
What's happening here?
It was her! You tried to bite me!
You were harassing my gaggle.
I was not harassing anything! I was just walking by!
You were eyeing my mate.
No, I was not!
Oh, yes, you were. You always used to go down and sit by the lake and eye the gaggles. We knew all about you.
Wait, what?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are here now. Life happened to all of us.
Not in the same way it didn't. Do you have any idea how much soggy bread I had to choke down there? You have no idea what I had to go through.
For what, 5 years?
Try 22.
Geese don't live that long, do they?
22 winters and springs. Coming back to that lake. People smoking weed and screwing. Really loudly, I might add. And harassing my gaggle and yelling at me. And bratty kids chasing me and screaming. You have no idea what that does to your psyche.
Try being human.
I intend to. One of you can be non-human this time.
What do you mean this time?
Come back as a lemon tree, or a water bug, or a cup of coffee. I don't care. But I am not coming back as a goose.
Coming back?
You really didn't think that was the end of it, did you?
Went on for a while, you know. Maybe we could use a little rest.
It was intense, Who.
I don't even want to hear it from you two. We're going back down there.
Do we get to choose this time?
I don't know.
Can we pump the brakes for a second?
It's going to happen whether you want it to or not. Just rip off the Band-Aid. It's been 32 years already. It has to be better by now, right?
32 years? Already?
33.
34. You can't hear that?
Juniper listens. There's a light, repetitive click in the air every few seconds. Has it been there the entire time?
Wow.
Time.
It just keeps going.
Exactly.
They all listen to the click.
Probably get going. Ready?
Me again? Okay. Begin.
Scene 4. Everyone has a work presentation story. A conference room, early evening. The boardroom table is covered with large sticky notepads, post-it notes, markers, charts, graphs, binders, everything people would need to possibly have a major presentation. Who and Juniper type on their laptops in silence, occasionally scrawling something on a post-it note and putting it on one of the boards.
That Q3 sales report.
Juniper hands over a binder.
What was that one chart Sandy shared? There was an orange font on it.
I'm going to need a little more than that.
From that presentation with Goliath. It broke out top product lines.
Oh, yeah, that's not in there. That's,
How is it almost 7? We should order dinner soon.
Hands the binder to her.
page 17.
That's the one. Thank you. Told you there was an orange font.
So they're really going to propose this?
Looks like it.
A 315% growth spike next year.
Yes.
How are they planning on doing that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And that seems realistic. Not to be a downer here, but what are the ramifications going to be if this doesn't happen? Downsizing.
It's an equation. It's just an equation. The trick is how to make it manageable.
How can you be so calm about it?
This isn't my first rodeo.
Was your last rodeo accounting for having to pull $14 million out of thin air?
No. It felt like it at the time, though. Can you grab Derek's report on last fall's product launch?
They're going to sell the company, aren't they?
Who said anything about selling the company?
Ego enters.
Hello?
Hey, so McMahon was just wondering when how the presentation's coming along. He says you're not texting him back.
Because I'm working on it. It'll be in his inbox by 9. McMahon won't leave until 10 at the earliest. It's fine. Just tell him we're nearly there.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Thank you.
He leaves. Who goes back to her work?
They're going to have to sell the company.
What makes you say that?
Because if they lay off any more people right now, they won't be able to function. Sales are fine, but we can't keep up. We'll need to expand, but there have been issues. Then there was that Goliath deal. It tanked, right? That could have been a lifeline. But then they rearranged the board. That causes issues anyway, shuffling leadership. And then they didn't even shuffle correctly. Now it's the 11th hour, and the VP of New Business and her assistant have been tasked with finding an equation to save the company. Am I getting warm?
It's simplifying it a little bit, but
Is there another way?
we find $14 million somewhere, anywhere.
Oh my God. I'm right. When I'm right.
It could head in that direction, yes.
But they'll keep you.
I'll be one of the first ones on the chopping block.
They'd be insane to get rid of you right now.
It's okay.
It's like I'm dreaming, but I'm wide awake.
Welcome to the club.
Who goes to her purse and pulls out a bottle of upscale alcohol.
Maybe it's time for a break.
Nice Mary Poppins bag. What else are you going to pull out of there?
Funny you should ask.
Pulls out a can of pop.
Sorry, it's warm.
You sure we should?
Well, I don't know if an orange chart is going to save the day.
Could.
It won't.
She shakes the bottle.
Yes, please.
You know I'll give you an excellent referral. I really can't tell anybody about this.
Not planning on it.
I mean it. We'd both get axed. And if this thing happens, it probably won't happen until after the new year.
What are you going to do?
Move to Florida.
Why Florida?
Well, after my dad dies, my meth addict brother's probably going to sell his house for speed. So I should probably insert myself into that situation.
I didn't know you had a brother.
I have 3.
How did I not know this?
I try to keep my world separate.
You don't have to keep it that separate.
And what else is here?
Besides your whole life?
My whole life is not in Philadelphia.
Your friends, your house, your favorite dry cleaners. The right amount of starch is hard to come by.
I am sure they have dry cleaners in Florida.
So you're telling me you could just pack up tomorrow and say, toodles.
I would never use the word toodles.
Pack up your Beamer and never look back.
Well, there are beaches, sunshine, tan people.
And gun nuts, crystal meth, gangs.
I'm guessing you're not a fan of the Sunshine State.
Doesn't it suck for you a little bit?
What? Losing my job? It's not ideal.
So no more presentations together. Who else am I gonna get terrible Indian food with?
What do you mean terrible?
Asim's is terrible.
Asim's is delicious.
Oh, it's so gross.
But we always get it.
I know.
We've had Asim's at least once a week since you started.
I know.
And you hate it.
It gives me the runs.
Every week?
That's not that bad. My body just resigns at this point.
Well, why didn't you say something? We could have found a new restaurant. I don't love it that much.
Yes, you do.
But you don't.
But you do.
Why does that matter?
Because it matters. I can't always make things easier for you, but this is one thing I can do that makes it easier.
What are you talking about? All you do is make things easier for me. You're my assistant. That is literally your job.
Juniper takes a swig.
So, what do you want to eat?
I don't know.
What kind of food do you like? Italian, Vietnamese, pizza? Well, I guess that falls under Italian.
We can get Asim's.
We are not getting Asim's.
What does it matter now?
It would have mattered before, but you didn't tell me.
What's going to happen next?
I have no idea.
That's not very comforting.
And I'm supposed to comfort you, am I?
It'd help.
Who awkwardly pats her shoulder.
Do you feel comforted?
I don't know.
Well, let's say you are and move on.
I'm going to hate not working with you.
That's sweet.
How can you be as smart as you are and not be able to
Figure this mess out? There is a CFO, 2 accounting teams, and a board trying to figure this out, and they can't.
No, it's not that.
I know I'm being a little blasé, but if I can save my job and your job and the job of 500 people, I will.
It's not that.
Then what is it?
I'm in love with you.
What?
You heard me.
But you're...
An assistant?
Oh, please. I'm not that elitist.
You kind of are. It's not a bad thing, but you are.
How did I miss this? I am lauded for my awareness and insight.
Usually.
You aren't...
Gay?
Oh, well, no. I picked up on that. I saw you check out the receptionist's ass when she was refilling the coffee once.
Marcy. The receptionist with a nice ass. Her name is Marcy.
I had no idea.
I've been screaming it silently for years. Whenever you walk into a room or meeting or the elevator, you ask me to turn on the projector and it's like, I love you. You ask me to grab you a cup of coffee. I love you. I see your car pull up next to mine in the parking lot. I love you. It's ridiculous. Sometimes I pass your office when you're in a meeting or on the phone. You talk with your hands a lot. Every time I see you, they're in motion, and all I can think about is your fingers in my mouth.
Wow.
I want your fingers in my mouth. I want your shoulder in my mouth. I want to bite you and leave a bruise and for people to see it and know that I did it, that you're mine. I want to ravish you until you can't take it anymore. I want you to feel me the next day. Every time you move, I want you to remember what I did to make you ache. I want you to want me to do it all over again the minute we're done. I want you to think about me. Whatever I'm doing, I'm making copies or I'm checking my email or I'm taking a shower or I'm at my spin class or whatever. I want to be able to stop and know that you're thinking about me too. I want to know what my name sounds like when you moan it. I want all of that. I want all of that every day, all day. How do you not know that?
Well, I didn't even know that you hated Indian food. So,
Oh God, don't.
I'm not...
It's the whole thanks, I'm flattered, but I'm this or I'm that or I can't, or that breakup with Carl last year really messed me up.
That breakup with Carl did mess me up.
He was a tool. He looked like a furry little garden gnome.
Why don't you tell me how you really feel?
He hit on everybody at the Christmas party.
I know.
Like everybody.
Yes, I know. He made out with Metal Mouth from purchasing.
Joanne? He made out with Joanne?
Yep.
What an ass.
And I remember him telling me sort of casually this one afternoon, just mentioning it in passing. Oh, and I thought I should mention that I played grab ass with that woman with the adult braces. Painting himself like a real hero because he told me. And wasn't that noble of him? And I sat there looking at him, thinking, is this what love is? Is this what love is?
Betrayal and disappointment? I don't think so, no.
So where do we go from here?
It's the question of the day.
How did I not know?
You've been focused.
Well, clearly, but you're not invisible.
Really? What do I look like?
What do I look like, she asks me.
If I'm not invisible.
Jen, I am. If I thought if I...
Ego enters.
So, McMahon has dinner with his wife at 8:30,
For the love of God.
9 at the latest.
and he's pretty adamant.
Listen,
Elliot.
Elliot, I will have this to him by 9. He needs to give me this. The more he sends you down to interrupt me, the longer it's going to take.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
He heads out back to the chopping block.
Like I was saying,
Juniper goes to her and kisses her.
where was this ballsiness when I needed you to...
Juniper kisses her again.
I think we should fuck on this conference table.
Okay. Okay, wait a second.
What's wrong?
This isn't it.
Isn't what? The right place?
This isn't what love is. You think this is what love is, but it's not.
Ego enters.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ladies.
Oh my God.
Elliot,
It's not McMahon. It's Bateman. She needs you to call her
I will.
in the next 5 minutes.
I will.
Okay.
5 minutes. I promise.
He leaves.
Are you freaked out because I have a vagina?
No, it's not that.
Then what is it? Is it the shoulder and finger thing?
Oh, it's not about the shoulder and finger thing.
Uh-huh.
It isn't. It's about saying, I hate Indian. Let's get something else. And then trusting that the other person will be okay with not having Indian.
What does that have to do with anything?
Of course you're attracted to me. I'm the only person you see.
That's not true. I have a life.
You practically live here.
So do you.
Well, yeah, but I'm making a lot more than you. I have to live here. You don't.
Win, I'm sorry. But I don't know what you're talking about.
You shouldn't have to give up a single part of yourself when you're in love with someone.
And you would.
I'd have to. Yes, I'd have to.
Give up some control?
No. More than that.
Change your Florida plans?
I'm not someone you really know. Not really.
I know who you are. I see you.
But you don't. Because it's only part of me. The part I choose to show you. And if you love me, you only love the part of me you know.
How do you know what I do and don't know about you?
If I thought we could be happy, I'd burn Florida to the ground. I'd let my brother sell the house, and I wouldn't care. And I do love your charisma and your thoughtfulness. But I'm not in love with you.
Okay. Yeah, this sucks more than I thought it would.
I just know better than to drag you through that because it's flattering. I'm selfish, but I'm not that selfish.
Thanks.
So, what do you want for dinner?
Burger King.
Burger King?
Burger King.
I'll take a Whopper and a large chocolate milkshake.
Okay.
Can you get me the Caldwell account numbers when you get back?
Yeah.
Juniper grabs her purse and heads to the door.
I see you, you know?
I know.
She exits. Who goes back to work? Scene 5, The lessons. Purgatory again. Juniper leans against ego.
This seems really pointless.
I know.
What's the lesson here? And why do we refuse to learn it?
I don't think it's that simple.
Well, it should be. It's humiliating to exist.
Fun.
Well, sure. Fun, too. I can't believe how much you can etch on the human heart in 100 years.
Who appears?
I can.
There are no real rules to this.
You really loved me, didn't you?
It was you!
I knew the first day I met you.
Well, hooray. Chalk that up to the most embarrassing moment of my lives.
Why? You were brave.
I was stupid. It was embarrassing.
It was real.
No, it wasn't. You didn't love me back.
That's not a requirement for it to be real. That kiss stayed with me for a long time, you know?
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
You two?
It happens.
Juniper, I'm sorry. I was scared.
Big whoop. That was unbearable.
Oh, come on. If it were predictable, it'd be boring.
It's not what you said when you were a goose.
That's because geese are the worst.
They're majestic.
They're morons.
Okay, we've been through this.
Why doesn't it get any easier?
Who knows? Time's a ticking.
No more unrequited love, please. I thought I was going to die. I felt my heart shatter in my chest.
As long as we're making requests, I loved being human. Please let me keep being human.
I just don't want to be alone.
I have a good feeling about this one.
You ready?
No.
Tough tits. Let's go.
Begin.
Scene 6. Everyone has a dinner party story. A kitchen, early evening. Who is putting away groceries? Ego enters. He sits down and watches her.
How many people are coming over tonight?
6.
You sure this will be enough?
6 people, 4 courses. It'll be fine.
What do you mean 4 courses? Who said anything about 4 courses?
This is a big moment. I want to make sure it's celebrated properly.
Yeah.
Oh God, Evan. She's still coming, right? You didn't just break up or...
Coming. I'll go and pick her up in a little bit.
Thank God. I always wondered who'd be the first person you'd end up falling in love with.
Why?
Well, because it means so much, you know? Your first love. I mean, unless she's not your first.
No, there hasn't really been anybody.
I wondered if you weren't asexual.
I'm not asexual.
Well, it would have been fine if you were, but now you found someone, and that's great.
My God, Mom.
What? I wanted you to find that spark with someone, to be needed by someone, to need someone, to have a mate. They're important.
She unwraps a bag of French bread and looks at the twisty tie.
I don't know why they keep using these things.
Why do you have such a vendetta against twisty ties? They're not dangerous.
Like hell they're not. Animals choke on these and die.
She throws it away.
I want you to like her.
Why wouldn't I? Do you like her?
Yeah, but
And she likes you.
yeah, she does.
Then who cares?
Juniper enters.
Good God.
We've already covered that, thank you.
How many people are coming tonight?
6 people, 4 courses.
Woo, fancy.
Well, he's never brought home a girl before.
Not a girl.
I'm sorry. A lady, a woman, someone of the female persuasion. Is that better? I'm making him nervous.
Fine.
You know what I forgot? To pick up the wine.
You don't need to get wine.
What kind of a dinner party would it be without wine?
I don't really think she drinks wine, Mom.
Well, I do. You're not the only one who's nervous.
I can go.
Oh, it's fine. It won't take me long, and then I can finish up the sides.
Do you need us to do anything to help here?
Well, you could make the salad if you want. Dates and Parmesan. Easy enough.
We can handle that.
I'll be right back. Keep an eye on the chicken in the oven. It should be another 20 minutes, but I don't want it to dry out.
Who grabs her wallet?
This is such a good thing. I can feel it. It's a good thing.
She exits. Juniper and Ego begin preparing the salad.
Dates or Parmesan?
Dates.
Does she look weird or something?
What? No. What kind of question is that?
We've never shown us her picture.
Looks just fine.
Who doesn't have a picture of their girlfriend?
Do you think she's imaginary or something?
I did. Yeah. But you actually seem happy for once, so I kind of figured she must be real.
She's real.
So what does she look like?
I don't know.
Brown eyes? Green eyes? Blue? Blonde hair? Brown hair? Pink hair? It's not that hard to describe someone. How would you describe me?
How would I describe you?
Yeah, what do I look like?
What do I look like? She asks me.
Fine. Fine. Keep me in suspense. It's like the one time we could actually talk about hot girls with everyone else around, but cool. Be all mysterious about it.
Ego sits down on the stool and puts his head down on the table.
Ev, I was kidding.
You're going to hate her?
They're not going to hate her.
Yes.
No, they're not. Trust me. I know what this feels like, bringing a girl home for the first time. It's nerve-wracking. That's normal. But being paranoid
I'm not
is...
just being paranoid, Jess.
Do you know how happy everyone is for you? You met someone.
Okay, listen.
That's a big deal.
You're going to hate her.
Is she a former convict? Did she rob a gas station at gunpoint?
No.
Is she a Republican?
She's a goose!
What?
She's a goose. She's a goose, Jess.
Okay. I kind of don't understand a single word that came out of your mouth.
Well, she's not just any goose. I mean, she's one of the Louis Blanche de Touraine, not one of those gray geese.
That was funny. Can you imagine bringing up?
I'm in love with a goose. She's a goose. I need you to hear me. I need you to hear me before they get here. She's a goose.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, no. You're not in love with a goose.
She is coming here to dinner tonight, and I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. You know, I want her to be treated with respect, and I'm speaking English, right? I didn't just lapse into another language.
You kind of did.
Fernanda is a goose. I'm bringing her here to meet everyone tonight.
You're trying to tell me that you have a romantic relationship with, that you're bringing home, that you've been fucking a goose.
Don't talk about it like it's...
Have you been fucking a goose? I'm not playing this game. Whatever this game is.
Why are you getting so upset?
Because I'm pretty sure that whatever is going on between you and this
Yes?
waterfowl is more than just a shade illegal.
Don't
and you're bringing her here to this house to meet our family.
So maybe you do understand what I'm saying.
I feel like I'm dreaming, but I'm wide awake. You're in love with an actual goose, like a flying, honking variety.
I wouldn't reduce her to that.
She made a 4-course meal. You know everybody's coming tonight, right?
I know that.
Jordan and his girlfriend, and Dad rearranged his flight so he'd be back from Calgary early. You just what? What, Evan? There is a word for this.
Love! I'm in love.
So where did you meet her?
Lake? Echo Lake?
When?
Oh, 4 months ago?
4 months ago? How did she not take off?
She's been living in my shed.
So you trapped
I
her.
would have had to leave, okay? There's no way to explain. You can't just tell your flock that you've fallen in love, that you've chosen something else other than them. They wouldn't have understood.
She talks to you?
It's not,
Does she?
it goes beyond that.
Like telepathic or something?
I'm not crazy.
Then how do you know how she's feeling?
I look in her eyes. I feel her soul.
You feel her soul.
The same way I would feel yours, the same way you feel mine.
I don't think I've ever felt someone's soul.
Well, of course you have. Everybody has. You've never felt Nicole's soul?
I'm not even sure what that means.
If you were blindfolded, alone, in a dark room, and she were to walk in without saying a word, you wouldn't feel her? You wouldn't know it was her.
Oh.
She can feel mine, too.
But she can't talk to you and tell you that.
She doesn't need to.
Evan, I am trying really hard here.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Why does it have to be according to you? Huh? Why does it have to be according to anybody? You know, you guys are like magnets. How many girlfriends have you had? How many girlfriends has Borden had? You meet someone and then, yeah, maybe it doesn't work out for some stupid reason, but you had it. And you know you'll have it again. And again. And again.
That's not the way it works.
Yes, it is. For people like you, yes, it is. And I've been doing this alone. And suddenly, I'm at the lake. I've been there like so many times, just staring at the water. And you can be at peace there. And then, suddenly, she came up beside me. I didn't even have anything to offer her, you know, to give her. But she saw me anyway. She saw me. And she stood by me. Nobody has ever stood by me, not like that. And you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it doesn't fit with you, with what you think I should need, but she lit up the sky. And I sat there and I thought, is this what love is? I mean, what else could it be? All of this time, nothing, and then something. Isn't that how it's supposed to go?
That's what they say.
We should finish these salads before she gets back with the wine.
Look.
And then I should roll the napkins with those little things. Where does she keep those napkin ring things?
Left-hand side drawer of the china cabinet.
She has enough, right?
Evan.
Please. Just, please.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not gonna... Don't worry. You are going to love her.
I'm sure I will.
Ego goes back to making the salad.
Yeah, they all will.
Yeah.
The door opens.
What is wrong with me?
Who enters with wine?
I got a Chardonnay and a Sauvignon Blanc. That works well with chicken, right? What'd I miss?
Scene 7, the universal truths. Purgatory, 3 pools of light. Who, Ego, and Juniper stand in them.
The universal
truths.
truths. Your parents are going to fuck you up.
Stuffing should taste disgusting, but it's delicious, even though it shouldn't be.
Everybody has lives as complicated as yours. Every single person you see. It's called Sonder.
You spend your teen years learning things, and the majority of the rest of your life unlearning them because they were wrong.
Except geometry. You'll use geometry more than you think you will.
Everything is math.
Everything is art.
Nobody has it figured out, including the 70-year-old in the grocery store wearing that cape that you think makes her look so regal. She just learned that none of it matters as much as we all think it matters. And that's about as wise as she's going to get out.
What else?
Generations are labeled as soft or hard. Doesn't matter. Species go extinct because of us. Doesn't matter. We keep burning the world down. Doesn't matter. We're only here for a second. We do so much and so little.
Wait a minute. It matters.
Does it though?
It has to. How can it be meaningless?
It's not just meaningless. It's meaningful meaninglessness.
And why do we do it?
Because we don't know what else to do.
But there's so much more.
Guys, a millennia just passed.
What now?
Juniper and Who go to him.
The new world. Children run barefoot again. Everything's a little quieter. But after all that noise, it's welcome. There's a universal heartbeat again. It was drowned out for a long time. All you could hear was the mechanical whirring of progress. But that died down. People chose another path.
I was a bird again. I needed wings.
I was a lemon tree.
I was a dung beetle. It's more fun than it sounds.
Why can't we take it with us every time? The understanding.
We do, just in a different way.
Juniper finds a marker and begins writing on her arm.
This feels different, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Juniper.
Give me a second.
Seconds are decades.
I'm trying to etch it somewhere. Somewhere I won't forget.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, it has to. I can't keep relearning it.
Just take a breath.
And if we have to relearn, why can't we relearn it faster?
Sometimes we do, but only when it's quiet.
It's never quiet down there.
I want to get it right this time. More right than last time.
Oh my God, the goose thing.
Don't.
I had forgotten for a second there.
Who?
You fucked a goose.
You did fuck a goose.
Well, it's better than a duck, right?
Oh yeah, ducks are the worst. Look on the bright side. The world's starting to get old.
Is it?
Feels like it. Or maybe it's just us.
Just no more geese, please.
Ready? Begin.
Scene 8. Everyone has a deja vu story. A therapist's office, 4 p.m. Ego, Juniper, and Who sit in oversized, comfy armchairs that are often found in such spaces. Ego sits between them, forming a triangle. Juniper has a pink coat thrown over the arm of a chair. We are in 2 different therapy sessions. A cellist sits off to the side with her instrument. Cello, a poem for the horizon.
I was flying. Above everything.
Above the trees.
Soaring, really?
Nothing to my left or right.
Because I was at the front of the flock.
I thought I'd never need to rest.
It was just me and the horizon.
Peaceful?
Very.
Hello, the sky.
I surrender myself to the sky.
To the vast, doming wonder of her.
I am nowhere and everywhere at all.
The lakes below shimmer.
Like glass.
A whole world writhes and wriggles beneath the surface.
Teeming.
Fish, snakes, my brother and the birds. I see them all.
I call out to my flock.
A chorus rises up behind me.
Unity.
Unity.
Hello, the chorus. Many voices, one voice, geese flying overhead.
It is nothing but
joy. But then
But then
I grow
I'm
tired.
It's time to rest my wings.
I rise up.
To fall behind.
So another can lead.
And I am
I am
one
one
with it all.
They settle into their chairs. No more.
It sounds freeing.
It was. It's like I'm dreaming, but I'm wide awake.
It didn't feel like a dream.
How so?
I don't know.
It felt like a memory.
A memory.
Yeah, like I was remembering it. Like I had slipped into another life for a second. I'm not crazy.
Oh, I know. I don't think that's a useful term, really.
Then
Then why am I here?
Because you're processing.
because I jumped onto the roof of my car in the parking lot at work and tore my clothes off.
Because I tripped balls and saw the loops of the universe and now I can't unsee them.
We all have moments when we need help finding clarity.
Do we now?
I think so.
Maybe I am crazy.
There's this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's like there's this undercurrent to the universe. There's more, don't you think? So much more. And people don't pay attention until, well, until they have to, until they need to, because nothing else will keep them tethered to the ground.
Hello, a heartbeat.
My oldest brother, Bill. He didn't believe in God until our dad died. I mean, he just couldn't stand organized religion. It really creeped him out. My father's biggest disappointment, that Bill wouldn't become a priest. Instead, he's married this short-haired butch woman who refuses to wear a bra. And then Dad gets sick, and he's in the hospital. Ash gray, barely breathing, slowly becoming a part of the stillness. Except for that rattle, that rattle, that prelude of ending things. I step into the hall to take a breath, to prepare myself. I come back and Bill is kneeling. I mean, he is on the ground kneeling next to our father. If you knew Bill, you'd know how completely insane that is. And then the rattling stopped. And Dad?
Cello, the heartbeat slows, becoming sporadic, and stops.
I'm not trying to be morbid. It was sacred, that moment. That linoleum was hallowed ground for a second there. And afterwards, he went on and on about it, just massacring the sanctity of this moment because he felt like he needed to justify it. I just wanted to slap the shit out of him and scream, "You moron!" It was always there. It was always there. If you had just shut the hell up and listened.
Cello, the shift.
I don't know. I don't. It was just this shift.
What kind of shift?
When I realized I see people and have known them, I think. Sorry. That sounds stupid. But it happens sometimes. And then there are these times when I'm searching for a face in the crowd, one I know that's there, but I've never seen. But I've felt. I'm sorry.
This isn't my first rodeo.
What do you mean?
This isn't the first time we've met.
Okay.
You were the beacon this time, Eric. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's the girl in the pink coat.
Juniper strokes her pink coat.
Tell me about the girl in the pink coat.
I don't know her, but I can sense her. I feel like she's Canadian.
Turns to Juniper.
By the way, where are you from?
Calgary.
Right.
But it can take a while to find everyone, figure out who they are, where they are.
As in reincarnation.
It sounds crazy.
Exactly. And there are these echoes
Echoes.
and the click.
What click?
What do I look like?
What do I look like? She asks me. Who?
Cello. Time snap. Juniper curls up in a ball on her chair as something in them all snaps. Recognition. They step outside of time, outside of themselves. They are who? Juniper and ego again.
Who?
Can you really not hear the click?
I'm too busy.
Doing what?
Raising 6 kids, becoming a psychiatrist, waiting for you to show up.
What about Juniper?
She found me.
They both look at her. She's still curled up in a ball.
How long do we have?
I have no idea. I've never done this before. Have you?
For a couple of minutes once. In 1976, I think.
Alone?
With Juniper.
She's not getting it, is she?
She's refusing.
Because she knows deep down it only gets worse when you can see.
Just give her time. I'm trying.
I can't go through this, ego. Not again.
You broke her heart, you know.
When?
I don't know. Somewhere along the line. You keep popping up in her dreams and then running away from her. She can't make sense of it. You're more in tune than you've ever been, you know? She's from Calgary.
Pink coat?
Mm-hmm.
Ego nods towards the coat. She goes to it and strokes it.
It's even softer than it looks when I dream about it. Will you be able to recognize me after this?
I think so. Enough to acknowledge it, I think.
I'm tired.
I know.
Centuries of this shit wears you out. And then people think you're insane. Truth disguised as madness. But her?
Give her time.
I can't. It's starting to not be linear for me anymore. It's starting to loop without her. Time to go back. You stay here too long and you really do start to lose track.
What if I can't help her?
You have to. Otherwise, we'll just keep riding the Ferris wheel. She won't let me in. She's changing up the game a little bit.
Feels so weird. You felt this before?
Almost every day now for a few years.
How do you bear it?
Why do you think I'm seeing a therapist? Ego.
Time snaps back. Ego straightens up. Who smiles sadly. She is still Who.
Our time has come to an end.
It appears so.
Next Tuesday, same time.
Eric.
Makes notes in her notebook.
To hold on when you're needed. To let go when it's time for the better of the other so they can move forward. Is this what love is?
I'd say so.
Quietly gathers her things.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're not coming back next week, are you?
I have the answers I need. And you have other souls to rescue, my friend. Let them take my spot.
Wendy.
Yes.
He stands, goes to her.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it has.
He shakes her hand. She hugs him. Who exits? Ego stands there for a moment until her presence is no longer in the room. He turns to Juniper and sits down where Who was sitting. He opens his notebook. She is still unresponsive.
Jay,
I can't.
we have to try. Let's start again.
Scene 9. Who we lose. Purgatory. Spotlight on Juniper and Ego.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I think we broke the timeline or something.
Broke the timeline? Oh, snap back here when we were there. We've done that before, remember? Our first time out.
Not like this.
Where's Who?
I don't know.
I couldn't find her last time.
Yeah? She said you wouldn't let her in.
She found you?
Yeah, but she really started to lose it. She was being pulled between here and there. It was driving her nuts. I can't feel her.
What do you mean you can't feel her? That's not how this works.
Oh, you're an expert on how all of this works, are you?
Don't yell at me.
What if we really broke it?
It's not a machine.
How do you know? Life is delicate. What if this thing is delicate too? Why did you have to switch things up? There's a rhythm to this.
Ego.
Why did you shut her out like that?
I don't know.
You changed something and you broke the rules.
There are no rules.
Yes, there are. We always find each other.
We still did. It was just different.
You made it different.
It's not a choice.
You kick it off every time.
That doesn't mean that
It has to be you, right? So why don't you just take a breath or snap your fingers or something and bring her back?
Because I can't.
Why not?
Because she's flying.
A light appears on Who. She stands in it. Glorious. They can't hear her.
Because I'm flying. One last time. I spread my wings and I give myself to the sky.
Cello. Take off. She closes her eyes. The wind caresses her, blowing in her hair. We hear the wind as she hears it. Peaceful, gentle, then louder and louder until nothing. Bright light into ending. Then, as if a lamp cord has been pulled, a click, and she is gone.
Just like that.
Just like that. I'm not done.
I know.
I need more time.
I know.
Don't leave me yet.
I'm not.
But you could. Oh, we have to be able to answer the question, don't we? I don't want to start.
We have to. Look, another century just faded out. There's a new one on the horizon. I don't think we want to miss this one.
What happens after?
Something spectacular, I imagine. Maybe not as spectacular as living. It's something.
Definitely.
Definitely, probably. Just take a deep breath. I'm right here.
She reaches out, takes his hand.
What do we do without her?
I have no idea.
Don't wait too long to find me.
I won't.
Begin.
Scene 10. Everyone has a goose story, part 2. The beach next to a lake, again. Juniper sits on the beach, watching the water, letting the sun kiss her shoulders. Ego sprints into view and then checks behind him. He's alone. He sees Juniper, slows down.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
No. Kinda. Maybe.
Oh my God, were you mugged?
No.
Did someone just mug you?
No.
Assaulted? Did someone just by the lake?
No.
Because
I wasn't assaulted.
there are a lot of trees here.
Yeah. Convenient place for rapists, right?
Yeah.
He sits down.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks. What are you doing?
Watching the lake. I love it here.
Yeah, me too.
So what happened? Why were you running like that?
Oh, it's stupid.
Can't be that stupid.
I was running away from this flock of geese. They weren't really even chasing me. I just startled them. That's all. I was just worried that they were going to come after me. Kind of silly, right?
They hiss, you know? It's unsettling. Totally unnatural for a bird, if you ask me. Limit that shit to snakes. And they drool. Did you know that? They drool their spit. It's disgusting. I don't blame you for running.
I hate them.
So do I.
I think everyone probably does.
Except when they're flying.
Annoying.
Yeah. They're really beautiful when they fly. I dream about flying sometimes. Do you?
All the time.
Have we met before?
I don't think so.
It's weird because I feel like I know you.
Like deja vu?
Exactly.
So, how stupid did I look just now?
I don't know. But I wanted to help you.
Really?
Protect you from whatever was wrong. If I could.
I wanted to protect you too. When I saw you. Is that weird?
Not any weirder than me thinking we've met before.
Look, I'm not trying to,
What do I look like?
like Starlight made human.
What's your name?
I hate it.
Why?
My parents were these weird hippies. I don't know. It's Ego. You?
Juniper.
Juniper.
Time snaps. They recognize each other immediately. Old school souls meeting again.
Thank God, it is you.
Of course it's me.
I'm looking everywhere.
Me too.
And I thought, the lake. The pole was to the lake.
I've been walking it every day for months.
You felt it too.
Every time.
She wasn't there, was she?
No. And sometimes I see a twisty tie and I just cry.
Me too. It all
Comes
right back.
I like this life.
I love it. It's not so intense all the time.
You think it's our age?
Maybe.
I wonder what'll come next.
I don't know. I don't think we'll be here to see that.
I don't either. Does that scare you?
It used to. Not anymore, really. It's slowing down. We made love by this lake once.
You will again.
You think?
Yeah,
Soon?
soon.
What happens next?
We snap back one more time.
I'm glad it's you.
I'm glad it's you too.
Now?
Now.
They take a breath together, and they're back in the moment by the lake.
If the second movement in Beethoven's 7th Symphony in A major was a person, it'd be you.
Like every Botticelli painting.
Like the sun on the water.
Like the moon on the mountains.
Like God.
Like a cut on my lip that my tongue won't leave alone. It tastes blood, but I like it. So I keep opening it up even though I should let it heal. Because I like the taste.
You look like every woman I've ever loved.
Like every man I've ever wanted to touch.
Like a poem I heard once.
For the love of you, the air. It hurts.
My heart and my hat. They hurt me.
That one.
And all the others.
Every single one. Oh my God. I don't sound the same.
Neither do I.
I sound like you. Like it's your voice coming out of my mouth.
Like it's your fingers on my hands. Your irises in my eyes. It's like I'm dreaming, but I'm wide awake. It's like I want to be near you, around you, and in you all at once. And even though I'm not, I am.
I want more of you.
I want to give you everything, all of me. What is this?
I don't know. It feels amazing.
I feel like I can't.
I know, like
There's no air.
An invisible cord pulls them together. They kiss, tasting each other, discovering each other's bodies with their hands, new and familiar at the same time. It's as intense as it was before. The moment calms down. They stop kissing. Ego rests his head on top of Juniper's, smelling her hair.
Ego,
Juniper.
is this what love is?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we're actually going to get it right this time.
God. I hope so. So what do we do now?
Begin.
End of play.